3 5-minute rounds, should they need them, in the Cage Warriors featherweight division. James Hendin in the black with grey trim. Josh Onwordi in the black with red trim.
Again, no touch of gloves. Hendin in the middle of the cage here, good wide stance.
First time ever live on UFC Fight Pass for the Cage Warriors prelims. We hope you're all having a good evening and you're enjoying the undercard here at Cage Warriors 102, live from the Indigo. Plenty more action coming your way this evening.
A lot of footwork on the outside from Onwordi. Trying to stay nimble. Again, we're, well, changing stance, but we're fighting southpaw to orthodox here, so looking to constantly get outside that lead leg. So using that little chopping right kick, they're going to be fighting to get that front foot on the outside.
James told us earlier in the week that he's very, very excited and happy to be here on what he considers one of the biggest stages in Europe for mixed martial arts. And he knows the platform he's on, he knows the eyes that are going to be on him, and he really wants to make a good impression here against Onwordi.
Yeah, Hendin listening to his corner very well. They called for head position, he immediately engaged him, but a lot of pressure from Onwordi here, driving right up against the cage in front of us.
What he needs to do now is just get that head in the face. Spinning back, control head in the face again.
Such a strong right underhook from Onwordi. You can see how high he's lifting that overhook of Hendin up. A lot of forward pressure.
And they're looking to create a little bit of space with the forearm there. Trying to strip himself away from Onwordi. Throws it left hand over the top with Onwordi, immediately turning his man and going straight back to the takedown.
Yeah, absolutely glued to him, not giving him an inch of space. I thought that frame was going to snap the head back and at least give him some sort of distance, but Onwordi just keeping it close the whole time.
Hendin now trying to fight his back off the cage. Looking for the judo-style throw there was Hendin.
Yeah, went to hit that Haragoshi off that overhook. Just didn't quite get enough pop in it.
Josh has that underhook now, just needs to pivot now. Spin him onto that cage. Use the momentum.
We say it a lot, Darren, but it's hard for people at home to appreciate just how tiring these clinch battles can be.
Oh, tell me about it. I've been there so many times, so many times. Beautiful what he's done. Keep head in the face and just take your time. Take your time. Be active with it, of course.
Yeah, when we talk about these contests going into the second and third round, when they've had these clinch battles, all of a sudden there's a bit of pop on for the punches, and someone who we might regard as a big hitter all of a sudden finding himself without some of their biggest tools. So a lot of gamesmanship going on here early on.
Yeah, this time it's Hendin, and again you hear his corner bellow for that head position. We can't overstate how important that is in this clinch fight. Again, he looks for it. You know, I wonder if he'd been better maybe switching for an Uchimata there. That's bringing that right leg inside between the legs rather than trying to go all the way across the far hip. Such a stout figure is Josh Onwordi. You got to figure it's going to be hard to really hoist him up onto your hips.
Yeah, very compact and powerful at the weight is Onwordi. Looking to try and circle away from Hendin here. Nice right hand there from Onwordi. Hendin looking to let rip there, but immediately clinched up and turned back onto the cage. And yeah, for a judo guy in Hendin, we've seen Onwordi initiate these clinches quite a lot here in the first round.
I mean, that was just a case of Hendin being a little bit overzealous in charging forward. You know, he threw the head kick, he wanted to follow up, and he just left his hips wide open. It made it very easy for Onwordi to turn him around and put pressure on him again. Right, that little Ouchi. We're seeing some judo from Hendin, but not quite able to off-balance his opponent quite enough yet.
You know why that is? Because Josh is being active. Josh is being constantly active on the feet, making his opponent think, you know, thinking twice.
Hendin staying light on his toes here. Onwordi trying to fire that left hand through. Good first round, hard fought 5 minutes from James Hendin and Josh Onwordi there.
Yeah, really grinding opening round. I think perhaps on balance, Onwordi getting the better of the positioning up against the cage, being a little bit more active, driving forward a little bit more. Some good throw attempts from Hendin, but not really able to land too much of significance.
We're going to listen into the corner team here of James Hendin, Dan Hardy and Dean Amasinga. And now we see Josh Onwordi taking advice from his corner there, the MMA clinic, based not too far from where we are here tonight in London. And Darren, if you're in the corner of Josh Onwordi there during that break, what's the advice that you're giving him?
Well, you know, it's easy to give advice, but I know what it's like being in there. It's tough in there, you know. What he needs to do is just try and get his back away from that cage, because James, you know, James wants to keep him against the cage and he's just holding that centre, you know. And then in the judge's eyes, he could be winning. But I like the way Josh is just confusing with the movement, you know. He just needs to just make space for himself. Keep composed, don't lose focus.
Good job to block the push kick to the stomach there from Onwordi. Good reactions on that. And then taking the center of the cage again.
I feel like there's a little bit more zing to the punches of Hendin, or the strikes. Onwordi's kind of feeling them out a little bit more. The kicks are kind of short-cut kicks. Punches are just pulled short. The more feelers.
Big leg kick there. Perfectly targeted from Hendin.
Yeah, good knee to follow up as well. You know, a big slap doesn't always mean it's landed that well. It could just be reverberation from you know, the thigh. It doesn't necessarily mean the instep or the knee has really landed flush, but those dull thudding ones are a different story.
Yeah, we just saw referee Leon Roberts just warning the knee placement there for, I believe, Hendin. Just making sure those are targeted correctly. And it looked like a fairly intense minutes break for James Hendin in the corner there, with Dean Amasinga and Dan Hardy barking instructions. He's also got Adam Amasinga in the corner with him. Adam, of course, scheduled to fight here tonight, but unfortunately a bad staph infection caused him to withdraw, and everyone here at Cage Warriors sending best wishes and a speedy recovery to Adam. And again, it's Hendin just dictating where this contest takes place in the second round. Nice shot to the body from Onwordi, though.
Yeah, Hendin just seems to come out with a bit more purpose in this second stanza.
Tuck those fingers away.
We'd love to hear your predictions for this fight, and indeed the rest of our prelims and main card tonight here at Cage Warriors 102. Use the hashtag CW102 on social media, at Cage Warriors on Twitter and Instagram, Cage Warriors on Facebook. Hendin looking to boss the clinch here. Hendin's corner telling him he's halfway through this contest, halfway through the round. And the confidence only looks to be building in the man from Hemel Hempstead.
Yeah, if he can finish one of these takedowns, it definitely will, but he's doing a lot better job in this upper body clinch here, fighting this position. So he didn't let himself get pinned at all by Onwordi in that exchange.
Again, if you see, you know, Josh backed himself up back to the cage again. Just needs to separate, keep his distance, you know, keep him away. Keep that jab out there, make him know if you come into the range, I'll hit you with a counter.
Just not quite moving with the same dynamism or change of angle he was earlier.
Darren, is there perhaps a measure of frustration coming into it now from Josh, that he's not really been able to put his stamp on this fight thus far?
Definitely a lot of frustration, but you can't lose that, Brad, you know? You've got to stay composed. Anything in MMA can happen. Anything. One mistake, you're going down. And so, you know, you can see he's definitely frustrated, but at the same time, you just got to keep composed.
Springing forward there was James Hendin, looking to keep Onwordi guessing.
You can see Onwordi's just standing statically in front of him, in front of the cage.
We're only really seeing single shots from Onwordi as well. Hendin's tried to mix things up with some short combinations.
Yeah, he's the one initiating every exchange now.
I think Josh just needs to level change and take him down. Because you can see, you know, James does overcommit sometimes with the shots. So Josh needs to level change and take him down.
Yeah, and we saw that in the second, at the start of this round, didn't we? We saw him overcommit, come forward too fast, and Onwordi was able to get in on the hips. Oh, that left got him.
Oh, it's on rubbery legs here is Onwordi. Hendin looking to pounce here. Onwordi still on rubbery legs. Leon Roberts has seen enough and it's over. Big finish in the second round for James Hendin.
It looks as though Onwordi might be finding a way out, but just out on his feet, really. Can't wait to see a replay of that finish. It came all of a sudden.
Well, we'll take a look at it, but that for me is a good stoppage from Leon Roberts in terms of the fact that Onwordi was clearly losing his balance there and not defending himself. Let's take a look at it here, Josh.
Oh, and it was that left, you know, he'd thrown that left over and over and he'd never quite found the mark on that occasion. The right hand of Onwordi just too low, and it's a great stoppage from Leon Roberts. I mean, he's turned away, he's not defending himself, you know, his eyes aren't contacting his opponent. At this point, it's really just, I'm not in the fight anymore.
But Darren, it really seemed like James Hendin smelled blood there once that right hand had landed.
Oh, once you smell blood, it's game over. You just keep going till the ref jumps in, and like I said, the ref done a great thing there, jumping in at the right time.
I mean, you can't discount that second double left hook, can you? Head, body, down again.
And you see Leon Roberts taking a good look there and doing a great job to get in between those fighters. Beautiful finish from James Hendin. Let's throw it to our MC in the cage, Mr. Hal Chaplin, and he will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Leon Roberts has called a stop to this contest in the second round after 4 minutes and 49 seconds, declaring your winner by way of TKO. In the blue corner, James the Honey Badger Hendin.
Big win there for James Hendin.